You are not welcome here,
one hissed. Tunde stumbled back. I didn't mean. The moon hung low, too low. It was the kind of moon that watched, the kind that whispered secrets into the wind. In the village of Ulupara, people locked their doors early on nights like this. Fires burned low, voices dropped to whispers, because tonight, the midnight market would open, and humans were not allowed. But Tunde had never been good at following rules. At 20, he was known for two things, his courage and his curiosity. Some called it bravery, others called it foolishness. Ever since his mother died, something inside him refused to stay still. He searched for answers in places others feared. And tonight, he would go farther than anyone ever had. Don't go near the forest, the elders always said, especially not when the moon is this bright. But warnings only fueled him. So when the village fell silent, Tunde slipped out, barefoot, careful, heart pounding. The forest stood at the edge of the village like a dark wall, still, waiting. He stepped in. At first, it was quiet, too quiet. No insects, no wind, not even the rustle of leaves. Then, a voice.
Turn back.
Tunde froze. Slowly, he turned. A small black antelope stood behind him. Its eyes glowed faintly, not like an animal's, like something older.
I said, turn back,
it repeated. Tunde swallowed, but he didn't move. I'm looking for the midnight market, he said. The antelope stared at him for a long moment. Then it laughed, a strange, hollow sound.
Humans who go there do not return the same.
Tunde took a step forward. I'm not afraid. The antelope tilted its head. No, it said softly.
You just don't understand.
It stepped aside.
Follow the path of cold wind,
it whispered.
But when the drums stop, hide.
Then it vanished, just like that. Tunde stood alone again, but now a faint breeze brushed past him. Cold, he followed it. The deeper he went, the stranger the forest became. Trees twisted unnaturally. Roots crawled across the ground like snakes. Shadows moved, even when he stood still. Then he heard it. Drums. Slow at first. Distant. Boom, boom, boom. His heart matched the rhythm. The cold wind grew stronger, pulling him forward. And then he saw it. A clearing lit by glowing lanterns that floated in the air. Colors he had never seen before shimmered and danced. The midnight market. It was alive, not with humans, but with things. Tall figures wrapped in smoke, women with backward feet, children with glowing eyes and no shadows, old men whose faces shifted every second. They moved between stalls, buying, selling, whispering. The air smelled of spices and something rotten beneath. Tunde stepped closer, carefully, slowly, hidden behind a thick tree. The stalls were filled with impossible things: a jar of captured laughter, a necklace made of human tears, a drum that beats without being touched, masks, dozens of them, each breathing softly. Then one stall caught his eye.
If you really enjoyed this video, I beg, just drop a comment for me. It will really help this video reach more people. Your support, now waiting they keep this channel alive, honestly. So please, I'm really pleading with you, watch, like, and subscribe. For more videos like this, I promise you, You'll enjoy what's coming.
A woman stood behind it. She was different, beautiful, too beautiful. Her skin shimmered like water under moonlight. Her eyes were deep, endless, and her smile was sad. She looked straight at him, even though he was hidden.
"I see you, human,"
she said. Tunde froze. The market grew quieter, slowly. Heads began to turn, eyes everywhere, watching him. "Run," the woman whispered, but his feet wouldn't move. Two tall figures approached him, their bodies stretched unnaturally long.
You are not welcome here,
one hissed. Tunde stumbled back. I didn't mean,
humans bring trouble.
the other said. Its mouth opened too wide, far too wide. "Wait," the woman shouted. She stepped forward.
"They didn't invite him. He found his way here. That means something."
The creatures paused. Murmurs spread. The first figure leaned closer to Tunde. Its breath was cold, like a grave.
If he stays, he must trade.
Tunde blinked. Trade? The woman nodded slowly.
"Everything here has a price."
Tunde looked around. "I don't have anything." The frame smiled. "Oh, you do." Suddenly, a small wooden box appeared in its hand. It opened it. Inside, memories. Tunde gasped. He saw his mother, laughing, calling his name. "No," he whispered.
Your most precious memory.
The creature said.
That is the price.
Tunde shook his head. "No, I can't." The woman stepped closer, her voice softer now.
"If you refuse, they will take more than that."
The drums grew louder, faster. The air thickened. Tunde's chest tightened. His mother's face flickered in the box. Her voice echoed faintly. "Tunde." Tears filled his eyes. If he gave it up, he would forget her completely. "What happens if I don't pay?" he asked. The tall figure smiled wider.
You become part of the market.
Tunde's heart stopped. He looked around at the children with empty eyes, at the figures that didn't quite look alive. They weren't visitors, they were trapped. The drums began to slow. Tunde remembered the antelope's warning.
When the drums stop, hide.
He made a decision. Suddenly, he grabbed the box. The market gasped and ran. Chaos erupted. Creatures screamed. The drums stopped instantly. Darkness fell, total, heavy. Something moved in the shadows, something bigger, ancient. Tunde dove behind a stall, holding the box tightly, his breath shallow. The woman appeared beside him. "You shouldn't have done that," she whispered. "They're coming." A deep voice echoed through the market.
Who dares break the law?
The ground trembled. Lanterns flickered wildly. Tunde peeked out and saw it. A massive figure covered the masks, hundreds of them, all whispering at once. "The keeper," the woman breathed. It moved slowly, deliberately. Each step shook the earth. "It will find you," she said. "There's nowhere to hide." Tunde looked at the box, then at her. "Help me." She hesitated. Pain flashed across her face. Then she nodded. "Follow me." They slipped through narrow paths between stalls. The market twisted around them, changing, shifting, like it was alive. "Why are you helping me?" Tunde asked. She didn't answer immediately. Finally, she said, "Because I was once human too." Tunde stopped. What? She turned to him, sad eyes.
I came here just like you.
His chest tightened. You got trapped? She nodded.
I paid the price.
They reached the edge of the clearing. The forest beyond looked darker than before, unnatural. The way out is there, she said, but you must return the box. Tunde stared at her. If I do, I lose her. The woman stepped closer, gently. Or you lose yourself. The keeper's voice roared behind them.
I see you.
The ground cracked. Shadows rushed towards them. Tunde's hands shook. His mother's laughter echoed faintly, warm, loving. Then he remembered something, her last words. Live well, my son. Tunde closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and placed the box on the ground. Instant silence. The shadows stopped. The keeper froze. Slowly, the box disappeared. The air shifted. The forest breathed again.
You chose wisely,
The keeper said, its voice softer now. The market began to fade. Lanterns dimmed. Creatures vanished. Tunde turned to the woman. Come with me. She smiled gently. No. Why not? She stepped back, her form flickering.
Because I already made my choice.
Tunde reached for her, but his hand passed through like mist. Remember this, she whispered.
Some doors are not meant to be opened.
And then she was gone. Tunde stumbled back into the forest, the cold wind gone, the drums silent. By the time he reached the village, the sun was rising. Everything looked normal, peaceful, as if nothing had happened. But something was different. Tunde sat outside his home, trying to remember his mother's face. It was there, faint, blurry, but still there. He smiled. Then his smile faded, because hanging on his door was a mask, wooden, beautiful, and breathing softly. From inside it, a familiar voice whispered, Tunde, his mother's voice. Tunde froze, and then he understood. He had not paid the price, not fully. The midnight market had taken something anyway, and it wasn't finished with him.